Dear guests, we welcome your participation to the event From Paris to Delhi AI Impact Summit India 2026, a joint event organized by the Embassy of India and the Embassy of France. To begin today's event, we would like to have a video screening on AI and AI Impact Summit 2026.
Artificial intelligence is unlocking possibilities that were once out of reach. Possibilities that are now creating lasting impact. Impact that positions AI as a greater force for human good. The world has moved from Bletchley Park to Seoul, from Paris, and now all eyes turn to India. As the world turns its gaze to India in February 2026, India will take center stage among the global AI ecosystem. World leaders, innovators, startups, researchers, academia, technology companies to create more than just an impact at the India AI Impact Summit 2026 from February 16th to 20th, 2026. To shape the future of AI, making it safe, more inclusive, and rooted in impact. Three sutras will guide the vision of the summit. People, to shape AI that empowers every individual, ensuring no one is left behind. Planet, AI that protects the environment and accelerates meaningful climate action. Progress, AI that boosts productivity and fuels inclusive growth. At the summit, 7 chakras as themes will guide the discussions. Human capital, AI for economic development and social good, inclusion for social empowerment, democratizing AI resources, safe and trusted AI, science, resilience, innovation, and efficiency. As the countdown begins, a global movement is already underway. In the run up to the summit, over 300 pre summit events across the globe have sparked new thinking, engaging more than 2 lakh participants with 1,200 plus proposals for pre summit events submitted. In addition to these convenings, working groups in over 100 countries are shaping frameworks that ensure AI delivers real, measurable impact. The regional AI impact conferences, scheduled to be organized in the run up to the summit, will also convene stakeholders to showcase the different AI initiatives undertaken by the state governments of Meghalaya, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Kerala, and Orissa. To bring forth the spirit of innovation, several global flagship initiatives are being organized in the run up to the summit. AI for All, AI solutions that address real world challenges. AI by Her, women led teams showcase groundbreaking AI innovations. Yuva AI, young innovators aged between 13 and 21 presenting AI solutions for social progress. Research Symposium, AI researchers sharing breakthroughs that shape the future of innovation. India AI Tinkerpreneur, school students building AI enabled solutions for social good. Udan, the Impact Pitch Fest, empowering startups from around the world to present impactful solutions and connect with global investors and ecosystem leaders. During the summit, the AI Expo 2026 will become one of the world's largest stages to showcase AI's transformative power in action. The flagship initiatives also extend to global casebooks that will be launched at the summit in partnership with the World Health Organization, International Energy Agency, United Nations Women, Central Square Foundation and Ek Step Foundation, Government of Maharashtra, World Bank, and Vandwani AI, Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India, International Institution of Information Technology, Bangalore, and Change Inc. These casebooks will highlight AI's impact on health, energy, gender empowerment, education, agriculture, and accessibility, showcasing groundbreaking innovations and highlighting key lessons from real world AI applications. All of this builds towards a summit of unprecedented scale, United Nations and innovators from across the world. India AI Impact Summit 2026, the world's largest convergence of leaders, innovators, and global pavilions shaping the future of AI. Here, India sets the stage for impact to define the future of AI.
Now, may I invite Her Excellency Ms. Nagma Mohammad Malik, Ambassador of India to Japan, to deliver the welcome remarks.
Your Excellency, Vice Minister Dr. Imagawa Takuo from the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, Your Excellency, my colleague and friend, Ambassador Madame Béatrice Lefrappé-du-Hélène, Joint Secretary Cyber Diplomacy, and my good friend Amit Shukla from the Ministry of External Affairs, who's joining virtually, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. With less than 2 days left for the AI Impact Summit in India to start, it is a great privilege to welcome all of you to the embassy, to the Embassy of India for the curtain raiser that the embassies of India and France are jointly hosting today. This journey that we have marked and that we saw a little bit hinted at in the video we saw just now, from Paris to India, is not merely geographic. It is a journey of ideas, responsibility, and shared global purpose. It feels special that we are doing this event in Tokyo, one of the world's foremost centers of technological excellence and innovation, and a place where AI sits at the intersection of policy, research, and enterprise. The theme from Paris to Delhi today evokes the spirit of continuity and shared responsibility. The discussions in Paris affirmed a common understanding. Artificial intelligence is transforming our world at unprecedented speed, and the choices we make today will define its impact for generations to come. Artificial intelligence has the power to transform economies, reimagine governance, reshape societies, not least with the impact that it is likely to have on the job market, on the number and kind of jobs available to people in the future. Yet without inclusion, ethics, and trust, that same power can widen divides and deepen inequality. India enters this conversation with clarity of purpose. For us, AI is not an end in itself. It is a means to empower people, strengthen institutions, and enable sustainable development. In a country as large and diverse as India, technology must work at scale, across languages, regions, and socioeconomic realities. This perspective shapes our vision for the AI Impact Summit India 2026. India approaches AI from a simple but profound principle, with a simple but profound principle, and that is technology must serve the people and it must not be the other way around. Friends, as we saw in the video just now, the AI Impact Summit India 2026, we believe, stands on 3 pillars, which we have called the 3 sutras. People, promoting human-centric AI that safeguards rights, enhances access to services, builds trust, and ensures equitable benefits across societies. Planet, advancing environmentally sustainable AI by encouraging energy-efficient systems, responsible resource use, and applications that support climate action and environmental resilience. And finally, progress, enabling inclusive economic and technological advancement through innovation, capacity building, and the use of AI to drive productivity, growth, and development outcomes. I'm happy that we are working with both France and Japan in this AI summit through different working groups to strengthen these sutras. France is our country co-chair for the working group on resilience, innovation, and efficiency. This working group envisions that AI systems are designed to be efficient, sustainable, and resilient, capable of operating effectively in varied contexts and with limited resources. And that efficiency is seen not as a limitation, but a foundation for innovation and accessibility. With Japan, we are co-chairs of the very important working group on safe and trusted AI. The aim is to enable innovation that people and societies can trust. And this is done through fostering inclusive dialogue, building global capacity, promoting interoperable governance approaches, and exploring actionable pathways to operationalize AI safety. This summit, therefore, will focus on impact, not just innovation, on solutions that are deployable, scalable, and measurable. It will bring together, we hope, governments, global companies, startups, investors, researchers, and policymakers on a single platform. And it will give voice to both advanced and emerging economies, ensuring that AI's future is inclusive and globally relevant. So, in short, what does the AI summit mean for all of us, the summit being held in India? We mean this summit to be an open invitation to global technology leaders to innovate and invest, an invitation to researchers and academics to shape the next generation of AI, an invitation to policymakers to align governance with growth, and an invitation to startups and young innovators to scale their ideas on a global stage. Friends, it is now clear, I think, to all of us that artificial intelligence will shape the next chapter of human progress. The question is who it will serve and how. Let the AI Impact Summit India 2026 be remembered as a moment when the global community chose cooperation over competition. From Paris to India, and in close partnership with Japan, let us build an AI future that is innovative, inclusive, and worthy of the trust placed in it by our people. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Her Excellency Ms. Beatrice Lufrape du Helen, Ambassador of France to Japan, to deliver her remarks.
Thank you, dear Ambassador. Thank you, dear Nagma, for your words. Minasama, konnichiwa. Ambassador Malik, Vice Minister Imagawa, dear friends and colleagues. I want to thank, of course, again, the Ambassador of India for hosting us today. The title today, of course, of our meeting is From Paris to Delhi, but for me it's also from Paris to Japan, because a year ago I was in Paris in my previous functions as director of the United Nations Department, contributing to the organization of the AI Summit in Paris. I desperately looked for me on the picture, Nagma, but it was all President Macron. I don't know why. I couldn't see myself in the room there. This event today illustrates the deeply shared belief by the leaders of our country, France and India, that AI's opportunity and challenge are of a global nature, and that means that we need to have a global discussion to address the issues. AI's challenges are known to us. Nagma mentioned some of them. An unprecedented impact on jobs, skyrocketing energy consumption while we're all trying to curb our energy consumption, an increase in cyber attack and disinformation capabilities. Challenges are well known, but opportunities and transformation possibilities are also well known to us. Productivity gains, a rise in access to knowledge, the acceleration of potentially world-changing scientific breakthrough. All this also is part of the equation. The issues, as I said, raised by AI are too global to be solved by one country, by one region, too numerous to be addressed in one go. Cooperation among countries is needed, and the process of the successive summits that they're discussing today is very important. We must keep the process going as long as needed. For over a year now, France and India have worked hand in hand to build a cooperation. We, from Paris, and with India as co-chair, we succeeded in building a coalition on various issues, on the issues of sustainability and inclusion. We launched partnerships aimed at building more open AI system. I know we will hear more about it later today. In Delhi, France will be co-chairing the working group Resilience, Innovation and Efficiency, and talks are centering, as we speak now, on AI's impact on people, the planet, and I want to emphasize again what the ambassador of India has said, and on citizens. AI is not an end in itself. Let me quote Ambassador Malik. It's its impact on people, on our citizens, that is at the center of those meetings. We know that our priorities are for the sake of our citizens. And I know from having heard and read many speeches by Prime Minister Takaishi in recent weeks and months, that the concept of AI for citizens is always at the center of her thinking when we deal with AI. Let me say that apart from this summit, France, as chair of the G7 this year, has chosen to dedicate an entire track of discussions within the G7 on issues that echo those of Delhi's summit: safe economic growth, innovation, and the protection of users. Along with France and India, Japan has been a strong contributor to international thinking on AI. It will be a testimony and an acknowledgement of Japan's effort that has led France to make the Hiroshima AI process a centerpiece of our discussions on AI during the G7. Building on what has already been discussed and on progress already made, we have gone in a succession of meetings from the UK to Seoul to Paris to India. We have gone ahead on the discussion because at the very first, it was safety. We've all agreed we had to address safety first. Then we went to action, how to steer AI in the right direction. And now we can widen the discussion to impact and see exactly what is the reality of what AI is bringing or not bringing to us at the moment. I want to thank India, Japan, and all the people in the audience to contribute to this reflection. You said it very well, dear Nagma. We have to We have to enroll the contribution of academics, of researchers, of business people, or of our scientists on AI. But we must also be very responsible in each of our country as political leaders, as public officials, as elected officials, to make sure that we continue to guarantee that AI is at the service of our citizens, not only within our countries, but globally. AI is not here to divide, to expand the gaps between our citizens domestically and internationally. It is here to bring us together. And we cannot just remain passive in the face of AI. As was said very well in the video, let's steer it in the direction that is benefiting our people. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Arigato gozaimashita.
Thank you, Ambassador. May I now invite Dr. Takuo Imagawa, Vice Minister, Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, to offer his remarks.
Her Excellency Naguma Mohamed Malik, Ambassador of India to Japan. Her Excellency Beatrice Lou-Rappel du Hélène, Ambassador of France to Japan. I hope my pronunciation is good. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, namaskar, bonjour, konnichiwa. I am Imagawa Takuo, Vice Minister of MIC Japan, and I am Mr. IT because my initials are IT. Thank you very much for inviting me today. I am truly honored to speak at the Curtain Raiser event of the AI Impact Summit in India. Before coming here today, I had a chat with the generative AI and asked what topic might be suitable for this event. The answer was try to focus on Paris to Delhi. So I thought this would be a nice way to keep my remarks concise. So please allow me to follow this suggestion. First, Paris. In February last year, I had the opportunity to attend the AI Action Summit held at the Grand Palais in Paris. The summit was an epoch-making event that set the stage for concrete actions to promote opportunities and innovation, in addition to strengthening governance in AI technologies. As you may know, MIC has long contributed to international discussions on global AI governance to realize safe, secure, and trustworthy AI. In 2023, under Japan's G7 presidency, the Hiroshima AI process was launched, providing a comprehensive framework, including the International Code of Conduct. On the margins of the AI Action Summit, a launch event for the so-called reporting framework of the Hiroshima process, in which I had the pleasure to participate, was held at the OECD in Paris again, turning this code of conduct into action. In addition, the French group of the Hiroshima process, established in Paris in 2024, has accelerated global outreach of the process, involving 62 countries and regions so far. In this sense, Paris has truly become the holy land where the Hiroshima process moved from concept to implementation. Second, Delhi. I will be leaving for Delhi tomorrow to attend the AI Impact Summit, which will undoubtedly have a major impact on global AI policies. Recently, Infosys, a leading Indian AI enterprise, joined the reporting framework of the Hiroshima process. Moreover, India became the first country to join this friends group, demonstrating a strong commitment to our shared vision. Japan highly appreciates this. For global AI governance to be effective, it must be inclusive, and the support of global South countries is indispensable. In August last year, during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Japan, the India-Japan joint vision for the next decade was announced. In the field of AI, cooperation is progressing through the India-Japan AI Cooperation Initiative, which promotes developer exchanges and joint research projects. In October last year, I attended the India Mobile Congress in New Delhi and had the opportunity to hear Prime Minister Modi's keynote speech, which was highly impressive and rich in references to AI. This year, in preparation for the AI Impact Summit, 7 working groups were launched, and MIC has contributed as a co-chair of the Safe and Trusted AI Working Group. I am confident that the summit will be a great success. Indeed, 2026 is the year of the horse in the traditional Japanese calendar. The horse is the 7th of the 12 zodiac signs and symbolizes noon, the moment of peak daily energy. Moreover, this year is known as Hinoeuma, or the fire horse, which appears only once every 60 years. It represents powerful, blazing energy like the midday sun. In that sense, 2026 should be a 2026 should be a year of bold progress, producing a significant impact on the global economy through AI, beginning with the India Summit. Incidentally, I was also born in a fire force year, which makes this year especially meaningful for me. So finally, AI may imply multiple meanings: amour et infini, amazing impact, or arigato India. Through this remarkable and rapidly emerging technology, Japan looks forward to working even more closely with France and India. And I sincerely hope our collaboration will accelerate through this fire horse year. Thank you. Dhanyabad. Merci beaucoup. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Dr. Imagawa. Next, we have Mr. Amit Shukla, Joint Secretary, Cyber Diplomacy, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, who is joining us from Delhi. I invite Joint Secretary Amit Shukla to present his address.
Yes. Am I audible? Excellency Vice Minister, Dr. Imagawa, Excellency Ambassador Beatrice, Excellency Ambassador of India, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. First of all, I am grateful and truly honored to have this occasion to speak at this event organized by the Embassy of India. I'll take a few minutes to put the perspective of India, what has gone behind the entire thought when we were planning this AI Summit. As the topic given to me is AI Summit, where we stand. Those of you who have been following the AI Summit track, you would be aware that it started a couple of years back with UK hosting the first summit. That summit was focused towards the safety aspect of artificial intelligence. And then, of course, there was the launch of AI Safety Institute by UK. Subsequently, the next summit was hosted by Korea, which led to the creation of a network of safety institutes. And then the French summit last year, which was co-chaired by India also. It was a mega summit. And the focus in that summit was on sustainable aspects and public AI and how AI could be used for by population at large. With this background, when we started to plan the summit, we had a couple of things in mind, and I'm going to present those to you. Our primary purpose was that in the entire debate, international debate and discourses on artificial intelligence, what is missing is the perspective of developing countries, the perspective of Global South. While lots of applications are being developed in, I would say, a couple of countries, Global South is one of the largest user of the AI applications, and of course also one of the largest suppliers of data. And we felt that in this context and because of these reasons, it is important that the view of global south and developing countries should also come to the main stage of the discussions. Our voices should be heard. We wanted a seat on the table where these discussions were happening. And our concerns should also be part of the discussions that are taking place. With this background, we started to design the summit. And we had the initial idea that we are going to make it as inclusive as possible. So we invited more than 100 countries for the summit. We identified 7 key themes, which we call the 7 chakras of the summit, which are the 7 themes which are of priority for us. And we also invited 13 countries to co-chair these 7 working groups with us. Both Japan and France kindly consented, and they very kindly and ably, I would say, navigated the discussions of the respective working groups. If you look at those 7 working groups, it becomes very clear that our summit's focus was developmental aspects of artificial intelligence. The names of the working groups, while they are known to probably most of you, I'm going to reiterate them just for clarification. So it is democratizing AI resources, human capital, which talks about impact of AI on job losses and the reskilling aspects. And there is inclusion for social environment and empowerment, safe and trusted AI, economic growth and social good, AI for science, and then resilience, innovation, and efficiency, for which France is co-chair. Japan is co-chair for safe and trusted. So as you would see, except for safe and trusted AI, all others are directly linked to the developmental applications, and safe and trusted is linked to all 6 of them. Because if you don't have a safe and trusted technology, you can't use it, you can't scale it at the population level. So this is the perspective with which we designed the summit. We invited all the 100+ countries to be part of the working group deliberations. The working group deliberations went on. They started from around September or so. So around 6 months of deliberations were there. The 7 themes, the 7 chakras as we call them, they for us reflect the 7 priority areas which I've just mentioned. And then each of them has their own set of challenges or questions or issues of concern. And the working group deliberations tried to address them. They tried to come out with solutions or way forward to address those challenges. And that is why the deliverables or the outcomes of those working groups are in the nature of, say, Charter for Diffusion or Guiding Principle for Skilling and Reskilling, or Voluntary Alliance for Advancing Inclusion through AI, or Guidance Note on AI Governance and Framework, another safe and trusted working group. So those kind of deliverables or outcomes were the result of the discussions of the working group through these 5 or 6 months. There were 4 meetings minimum for each of the working groups, including one in the hybrid mode, which were attended by many delegates in physical mode in various parts of India. And these all have led to, I would say, a set of outcome documents or deliverables, which we intend to take into the summit's declaration. So we come to the summit with these ideas, with these thoughts, with these issues, and with these indicative solutions. And the summit declaration that we are preparing and we are talking to all the invited countries actually captures the essence of these deliberations of these 7 working groups. From here onwards, what we hope and expect is that the deliverables of the working groups would be subscribed by many countries so that they can take it forward. Our deliverables are in the nature of collaborative efforts. They are in the nature of networking. They are in the nature of working together. They are in the nature of sharing experiences. As we believe that while there are so many other aspects of artificial intelligence, we believe that as a country from the, I would say, global south or the developing countries, it is important that we also focus on the impact of the AI, impact of the technology, that is how it is being used by the society. So it is the application part which we are focusing, how it can be used by developing countries, how it can be used for solving problems of the developing countries in terms of democratizing AI resources, or in terms of inclusion for social empowerment, or in terms of growth and social good, or in terms of using artificial intelligence for progression of science and those kind of issues. So our focus has been on the application aspect, how we can use this technology for betterment of governance initiatives, for providing inclusion to every member of the society, for ensuring that government and governance initiatives reach the remotest corner of the country, and everybody is included in the society and the mainstream economy. With these aspects, we have come out with this set of outcomes or deliverables. We hope that from here onwards, more and more countries are going to contribute to these platforms or playbooks or governance guidelines which we are preparing, so that the solutions, the innovative ideas of countries from Global South could mutually benefit each other. And in this regard, I would also like to highlight that these solutions, these methods, these innovative solutions that are being prepared by the repository of which are being prepared by India and other countries, they're not only for Global South, many of them are applicable for Global North also. And in fact, many of the countries from Global North have contributed substantially towards the development of these platforms and repository. And therefore, we find that it is truly, I would say, global initiative. We wanted to make it a very, very inclusive initiative. So it's a very, very inclusive initiative where countries from all continents and all aspects of stages of digital development have come together and they are contributing. So with this, I would say that we are grateful to both France and Japan and so many other countries for these valuable suggestions and comments. And we look forward to further contribution from these countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shukla. Ladies and gentlemen, France is our country co-chair at the AI Summit for the Working Group on Resilience, Innovation, and Efficiency. And next, we have Dr. Jean-Baptiste Bourdet, Head of Digital Materials and Engineering Sciences Pole at the Department of Science and Technology of the Embassy of France in Japan, and former Dean of Studies at École Polytechnique and Deputy Provost at École Nationale Supérieure du Technique Avancée, who would be addressing this gathering.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Vice Minister Imagawa, Excellencies, distinguished guests. I would like to associate myself with my ambassador, Your Excellency, in thanking you for your kind hospitality today. So my name is Jean-Baptiste Borde, and I'm speaking on behalf of France in its capacity of co-chair of this working group on innovation, resilience, and efficiency, three concepts which are strategic and that I will address in this presentation. Prior to that, allow me to take us back 1 year before, when the Paris AI Action Summit took place at a turning point for global governance. It was significant through its scale, with over 1,000 participants from 170 countries, but also through the strategic impact it had on international relations, public policies, and the industrial and research dynamics. As you may know, the summit resulted in a near consensus on the importance of accessibility, openness, transparency, ethics, and accountability of AI development. It concluding with the signing of the Declaration on Inclusive and Sustainable AI by 61 countries. This is a timely and necessary conversation that I'm pleased to see continued today. Furthermore, the summit was, as its name implies, focused on action. And in this perspective, let me state here two initiatives that are significant and in line with this working group that I'm talking about. First, the creation of Current AI, a global and non-profit partnership bringing together multiple stakeholders to build shared infrastructure and tools, such as high-quality datasets and open source systems in order to enable public interest use case. This is of highest importance as, unlike proprietary systems, open source model turbocharge innovation by enabling shared knowledge, rapid experimentation, collective improvement, and the widespread reuse of technologies. But open source is not only about innovation, but also about resilience, another one of the three concepts addressed in this working group. Indeed, if AI is pervasively embedded into our collective digital infrastructure, our societies have to ensure that no single actor, nor small group of actors, can become a point of failure or leverage. And precisely, open models are not contingent to the goodwill or even financial stability of some specific company, as they can be used at will. I think it comes at no surprise that France has been, for many years already, among the leaders as far as open models are concerned. The startup Mistral AI produced some of the best open source models in the world, and now they hardly need any introduction. The platform Hugging Face, which has been founded in 2016 by French entrepreneurs, is currently the largest and most active repository of open source AI models. This company has launched, among others, in partnership with other research groups, the Big Science Research Workshop, which is a volunteer-driven platform involving more than 1,000 researchers from tens of countries. It resulted in a large open language model trained with a low environmental footprint, with the training data, network architecture, and code being publicly available. On another note, I would like also to mention the Coalition for Sustainable AI, which has been launched also during the Paris AI Action Summit. This is an effort which brings together also multiple stakeholders, government, international organizations, including the UN Environment Programme, researchers, industries to dialogue on concrete ways to tackle, address, and promote sustainable practices throughout the AI value chain. Indeed, digital pollution in general, as has been said before, and the environment footprint of AI in particular is a growing and systemic problem, as rapidly increasing model size, usage at scale, and energy-intensive infrastructure are driving ever higher electricity consumption with no end in sight. Fortunately, we have agency in shaping this trajectory, thanks to enhanced efficiency in building and using future AI. Indeed, the research on, for example, more efficient and low consumption hardware has improved tremendously. Let's compare two top-tier supercomputers across a 20 years interval. It reveals an extraordinary gain in efficiency, approximately 6,000 times more computing power for only 20 times increase in energy. So this is a 300 times gain of efficiency, and indeed very few industries can claim achievements of this magnitude. Let us consider the mobility industry for the sake of comparison. In 2005, at the time that this IBM computer was built, a top-tier car could drive at a maximum of 400 kilometers an hour. So if performance improvements had followed the same trajectory for transportation that from compute, intergalactic travel would already be available today and within the realm of reality, and we would live in the world of Star Trek. Our countries are at the forefront of this ongoing process. For example, at the end of last month, the famous pilot line was inaugurated in France in Serality. So FAMOUS stands for France Advanced Manufacturing for Electronics and Semiconductor, with 830 million euros of investments. It is the first of the 5 EU CHIPS Act pilot line to become operational. This pilot line will focus on FD-SOI, fully depleted silicon on insulator, which makes it possible to consume 30 to 40% less power than conventional design at equivalence performance. Finally, I wanted to point out that France has an electricity infrastructure which is perfectly adapted for data center, with a very cheap costs, very stable network, abundant production, as France is actually a net exporter of approximately 90 terawatt hour of the last few years, with the production increasing 2% every year. Moreover, the production of electricity in France is largely carbon-free, with an average of 21 grams per CO2 per kilowattheure against 292 grams in the EU, so approximately a 15 times difference. So I only mention here French initiative, but of course, their full value can only be realized when they are placed in perspective with the efforts of our partners like India and Japan. So I've only, of course, superficially touched upon the work of this highly productive working group on innovation, resilience, and efficiency. And I would like also to say I'm very happy to see the scope of these summits expanding, as AI is a very generalist technology with very complex implications and obviously very high stakes, to say the least. So in conclusion, from Paris to Delhi, I'm very confident for the future of this summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bourdet. Japan is also our country co-chair at the AI Summit for the Working Group on Safe and Trusted AI. May I now request Ms. Yuko Harayama, Secretary General of the Global Partnership on AI, Tokyo Expert Support Center, Trustee of Yamaguchi University, and Board Member of Toray Industries, who was previously Executive Director for International Affairs at RIKEN and Executive Member of
Your
the
Excellencies, dear participants, I'm sorry that I'm not in person today with you because I'm in Delhi, New Delhi now, and participating to the AI Impact Summit India now here. So I'm in the conference room, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy, but I hope we can have a discussion together. So I will start my talk by a brief history of AI summits. As already mentioned, the starting point was 2023 in the UK. Initial focus was AI safety. So we called it AI Safety Summit. And from this, we saw coming AI Safety Institutes in the UK, US, and in Japan later on. And later on, we had AI South Summit, continuing to expanding discussion on safety issues and having the network AI Safety Institute launched. And then in Paris in 2025, AI Action Summit. I think it was a turning point on this series of AI summits because it was the theme focusing was beyond safety. That's mean we have been focusing on the much larger topics, including different areas such as future work, innovation, culture, trust, global governance, climate change, and energies. But behind the thinking was the key to make inclusive and sustainable AI. And now, this year, we are with the Indian AI Impact Summit. As already mentioned by previous speakers, the coverage was much more focused on the human aspects, human side, and also making voices of different regions, nations, and to keep the principles to be more inclusive and more sustainable. So where we are today, and we see the shift from safety-centered governance issues to much more impact and inclusiveness today. And also the coverage was any more concentrated in some countries, but more broader in the sense that we are listening the voices from different parts of the global. And I can share with you my first impression participating to Indian AI Impact Summit is we have so many young people attending the meeting. So it is any more official level of discussion, but increasing way to make the voices of young people within this discussion. And I think it is really critical to have them not just outsider, but now as a partner of the discussion related to AI, because they will be leader in the next generation, and also having a much more integrated way to take account of AI natives. So through this short history of AI Summit, we see the changes in the theme, but what's underlying components, the key component is the collaborations and how to ensure that we continue to work collaborative way and keep this framework continuous. And by saying that, I would like to mention another framework, which is Hiroshima AI process mentioned by Mr. Inagawa. Because I think the common underlying philosophy is that the key is we make sure that we are advancing AI, deploying AI, taking advantage of AI in a collaborative way. But for this, we need to have kind of framework for that. And I think Japan is coming here to take lead in launching Hiroshima AI process and maintain this framework as a continuing process and to make sure that it's any more reserved for some countries, but make it working as an inclusive way. And to demonstrate, we have Friends of Hiroshima AI process additionally to this formal way. And I think we have, last year, we had a first in-person meeting in February 2025, and now we're planning to have the second in-person Friends of HYPE meeting in March this year. I would like to mention that the uniqueness of this Hiroshima AI process, and I think the key of the success, it's underlying way to keep this gathering as voluntary as possible. That make the key participants to these friends and also for the Hiroshima AI process is not obliged to do, but they feel a niche to be collaborative. That's why they are participating to this framework. And also this framework is offering some tools to advance in a collaborative way in AI system developments and to make use of AI to serve society, to serve human. So the key principles are risk-based approaches, and also we have this international technical standard developments, and also the collaboration with international organizations such as OECD, World Bank, and so on and so. So I would say with this, that's next step, next challenge will be to have this continuing process of AI Summit in broader way. And the challenge will be ensure that we have right balance between innovation, safety, security, and development for AI for society. And to really make sure that we are advancing all together in a collaborative way in the right directions. I think it is important to discuss about agency, because today, nowadays, AI is gaining in agency, and we are talking about agentic AI, AI agent, and the future one, we will see the gaining of agency at the AI technology. And to address these challenges, to be smart user of all these AI, we need to empower, enhance human agency to be able to really tackle with the challenges. But at the same time, I would say we have the same challenges at the nation level. That means we need to really empower collaboratively, I would say, nation level agency to be able to collaborate in a right way and in a very sustainable way. And I think the continuity from Paris to India, New Delhi, and next step will be the challenge for Japan to tackle these issues. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Harayama. This brings us to the conclusion of today's event, From Paris to Delhi, AI Impact Summit India 2026. There will be a networking reception with light refreshments just outside at the foyer. Thank you once again for your participation and presence today. If you have used simultaneous interpretation service, we kindly ask that you return the receivers to the reception desk.